Fillet steak, medium, chips, peppercorn sauce, and some like mushrooms and onions mixed together. I do like Ibiza. I've been there a couple of times, and I like Villamora. Really good for the family. My hometown where it is, it's on the seaside. Some lovely views on a nice summer's day, and the Guinness. Well, there's a little mountain on the coast. Well, my hometown's on the coast, east coast of Ireland, and there's a mountain called Bray Head, and I've never personally seen it or done it, but apparently on a clear summer day, if you stand on top of the mountain, you can look and see whales. Apparently, but I've never done it. The last and the only book I've ever read was the one the manager gave me when he first came in. It was called Atomic Habits, and I think I've told him already. I didn't actually read the whole thing. I listened to the autobiography in my car. This kills me to say this, you know. Married at first sight. My partner basically makes me watch it. It's good. It's a good watch. It's a bit funny, but yeah, I've been kind of bullied into that.
I thought you were better than that.
I know. So did I. I do apologise. Goalkeeper. I used to play Gaelic football for years as a kid, so I can catch a ball, I can kick it, I reckon I can make a save, so all this big hype over Joe Whitworth being an unbelievable goalkeeper, it's easy. Well, my day doesn't really wind down until about 8 o'clock in the evening when my kids are asleep. So when I leave here, I go back. Kids are there, sorting the kids out for a couple of hours, and then just that kind of relief when your kids are asleep, just to sit on the sofa in pure silence and pitch darkness for an hour. Yeah, there's a lot of teammates I keep in contact with, and I've kind of grown friendships with over the years of being here. But obviously the everlasting friendship is between me and Jake Taylor. Unbelievable guy, unbelievable captain for the football club, and I think he always says I wouldn't be where I am without him signing me for this football club. So always have love for Jake and always will. There's obviously quite a few. I'm going to avoid the 3 Wembley trips because they were a good experience, but the outcome of them were terrible. Obviously the one that stands out was obviously the promotion game against Barrow. There's obviously been some really good Devon derbies, the 4-0 at home. So I think I didn't play in the game, but I think it's well documented the Jack Stacey goal, the Carlisle playoff semi-final. I was on the bench and Jack Stacey actually played ahead of me in that game. So that moment, the last minute left-footed strike at the top corner was hands down one of the best moments of the football club. Well, if I didn't have football in my life, I probably would have took school a little bit more serious. But I think I always said if I wasn't a footballer, I'd probably be like in the military back home in Ireland, be in the army or something like that, and he'd had that kind of interest in me, or part of the fire service or something like that. I think Ricky Gervais. I watched a few of his stand-up gigs and his couple of his shows. He's quite. I think he's a bit like Marmite. I think you either love him or hate him. He's quite diverse, but he'd be good value. And one of my favourite films over the last couple of years was Elvis, so I think Elvis Presley. Came up directly against, I think it'll have to be, I'll give you two. We played West Brom in the FA Cup a few years ago. James McLean was in his peak. He was unbelievably fit, unbelievably strong. And the other one was we played Charlton a good few years ago in I think it would have been the Carabao Cup or the Carling Cup at the time, and Caroline Grant played wide left, and I spoke to somebody before the game and they said he used to be a sprinter for Great Britain, so I knew my night was going to be tough. So as far as I can remember, they were one-on-one defensively, they were two of the toughest opponents. I've always been quite fond of Richard Dunn, ex-international for Ireland, Premier League defender. Really liked him. I'm a big fan of John Terry, hence why I'm squad number 26. That might be pathetic, but that's the reason why I picked 26. He was one of my favourite ever players. And Roy Keane, three of them were unbelievable careers and unbelievable leaders in their own right. So yeah, probably them three. I've given you three there. Well, I didn't actually have much choice in the matter. I think the first week this player came into the football club, he basically told me I was his roomie. He didn't actually ask me, and it was Josh McGuinness. Now, how do I rate him as a roommate? Yeah, he's entertaining. You'd be lying in bed and he'll be in the bathroom and he would just be singing Pierce Sweeney songs in the shower. Or he'd scream as loud as he could at the top of his lungs while brushing his teeth. So the comedy value is there, and yeah, so far so good. He's quite entertaining. Country music has taken a big lift off over the last couple of months. I'm quite fond of, well, my brother kind of got me into him, Chris Stapleton. He's obviously a really good singer. So anything by him. Tennessee Whiskey is really good. White Horse is really good. So yeah, I'd probably say one of them two. Not really, no. Obviously I played a couple of different sports growing up as a kid, hurling and Gaelic football, so the only talent I have is purely sport based. I don't have any other talents outside of sport. I can't bake, I'm an okay cook, I can't sing, I can't dance, unless I've got 12 beers in me. I think I'm a groover, but other than that, no, just sport based, and that's about it.